Good day and welcome to our 10-minute video series. My name is Mary Jane Rodriguez and I'm doing this for Ultimate Access. Our video today covers the SEMA management case study that will be for the August 2018 session. The pre-seen company is a company called Montel. Montel is a camera and lens manufacturing and distributor based in Farland. Our topic for today is the F2 syllabus topics, Topic C, Part 2. Now, Part 2 discusses the limitations of ratio analysis that are based on the financial statements, and this can be caused by internal or external factors. We look at inter-segment comparisons and international comparisons. A little bit of F2 background knowledge would cover the IFRS 8. IFRS 8 deals with operating segments. This IFRS standard requires publicly traded entities to disclose information about their operating segments, products and services, the geographical areas which they operate in, and their major customers. The information is based on internal management reports, both in the identification of the segments as well as measuring the disclosed information. Operating segments represent the lowest level at which management monitors operations and makes decisions for the consolidated entity. Now, as you guys may know, operating segments or segmental reporting bridges the gaps. Segmental reporting bridges the gap between the consolidated view of the financial statements versus the focus of management when they look at operations. So segments are where the board of directors look at to try and monitor progress and performance of the company, and then ultimately all this information filters through as a consolidated financial statement. How do we identify an operating segment? We look at the segment, whether it engages in business activities. Can it earn revenue? Does it incur costs? Second, results are regularly reviewed. The reason for this is they monitor performance and progress and try to allocate resources to that segment if need be. And third, discrete financial information is available. This is important because there are information that drives the decision making with regards to a segment within a business. How do we identify an operating segment? Firstly, we look at whether it engages in business activities. Can it earn revenue? Does it incur costs within its segment? Does it earn revenue and can it incur costs? And can they easily be separated as a segment income and segment expense? Secondly, results are regularly reviewed by the chief operating decision maker of the company. Results are regularly reviewed because we need to look at monitoring progress and performance to be able to allocate resources to that segment if need be. Thirdly, we look at discrete information, Thirdly, we look at whether this discrete financial information is available for that segment. Now, this is important because there are many factors and many information that drives whether a segment is successful or not within a business. So these information should be available so that decision makers can make the decision that they need to when they look at segments. A little bit of pre-seen knowledge that we can cover for today. The reason that we are covering IFRS 8 or segmental reporting is that there are talks is that the pre-seen actually mentions the fact that Montel is a quoted company. So it's a publicly listed company. And the second thing, on the pre-scene, it talks about Montel's financial statements being prepared in accordance with IFRS. So Montel actually complies with IFRS. And since IFRS 8 is a requirement for publicly listed company, Montel would have this segment reporting on its financial statements. And indeed, on the pre-scene, we are actually shown some segmental information by Montel. Some of the splits that are shown are by geographical location. And the one on the slide now is by product range, which talks about the different types of product range that Montel has, whether it is professional, premium, budget, compact and bridge, and all that. As with our 10-minute video series, we offer you a question and answer in the end. Our question for today covers the senior financial manager who has emailed you the following. As you know, Montel recently launched the new MT7000 Action Cam. The MT7000 is a compact digital camera designed for recording action while being immersed in it. It records photos in burst mode and time-lapse mode with the point of view of the shooter. The MT7000 is shockproof and waterproof. It is the first of its kind at Montel, as we've never produced anything like this before. The board felt that Montel could explore the younger, outdoorsy, and extreme sport markets through this product. Now that the product is out in the market, I believe that the shareholders will be interested in seeing the results of our sale of compact cameras. Please explain how you think we should reflect compact camera sales in our segmental analysis. As with all questions, I would encourage students to put together an answer plan. You should pick out the text of the requirements, build your response around these requirements. You write down 5 to 6 points for each requirement, and you list down any keywords or theories that you may want to use. My answer plan would look like this. I would do an intro to IFRS 8 and compliance on this IFRS standard. I would talk about whether the MT7000 is an operating segment of its own, or is it a compact camera segment, or is it part of the compact camera segment. Then I look at whether the MT7000, can it engage in business activities? MT7000, whether the results can be regularly reviewed, and then whether discrete information is available for the MT7000. In the end, I would probably talk about the more analysis there are for shareholders, the more it is transparent, and the more trust and confidence we gain. And here's my answer. IFRS 8 is the standard that deals with how a company should report information about its operating segments in its financial statements and interim financial reports. It sets out the requirement for related disclosures about products and services, geographical areas, and major customers. Montel is a publicly traded company. As compliance, Montel publishes segmental information in its financial statements and interim management accounts. As a compliance, Montel publishes segmental information in its financial statements and interim management accounts. The first issue with the introduction of the MT7000 Action Cam in the product mix is whether it should be included in the compact camera segment, or should it be a separate segment of its own for Montel. Montel currently already gets segmental information on the various product ranges it produces so that we can monitor performance. We need to determine whether the action cameras are subjected to the same risk as compact cameras. It probably can be argued that the risks are very different. The MT7000 Action Cam creates a separate category of risk because it is targeting a different set of market for Montel, the one of outdoorsy adventure extreme sports market. The earning capabilities of action cameras and cost of the risks taken will be unlike compact cameras. If the MT7000 Action Cam is a reportable segment, then further analysis will be required. The analysis should offer to break down the markets even further. Montel already regularly reviews the other segments, and action cameras will just be added into the portfolio. The markets will differ because the cameras are bought by different types of users and are subject to different competitive pressures. Thereby, resources allocated will vary. Montel will already have all the necessary information required to put together the segment report for action cameras. The reporting will be in the same way that reports are gathered on the other segments. The addition of the action camera analysis will be good for Montel. It will highlight the business segments even more for the shareholders and may help Montel to appear more transparent in the process. This can only increase shareholders' confidence in the business strategy and operations. And that is it for me today. I hope you enjoyed today's 10-minute video as we cover IFRS 8. I hope your preparations for the exams are going well, and I will see you next time on our next video.